Project Chuckie is a pretty fun, all grown up episode, and quite interestingly, this involves pretty much all of the characters in a pretty prominent role. Susie, not so much, but she still is in it. This is the 9th episode of the 2nd season of All Grown Up, and the title refers to the fact that Angelica needs to do a school project where she helps somebody, so she decides to help Chuckie become more popular. And this isn't completely selfish because she actually hears Chuckie over saying that he wants to know what it's like to be popular, and she sees her opportunity and she runs with it. And part of the episode is about Chuckie becoming more cool and seeing what it's like for people to like him. And he has an important lesson to learn, and I'll get in with that in a moment with a spoiler warning. And the other part of the narrative I thought was really great fun. Tommy is working on putting on a school play, and it's a play or an assembly about various people throughout history. And we have Phil and Lil, Dill, and Kimi playing various historical figures, and the costumes they wear are tremendous fun. Visually, it's a really awesome episode. And Kimi and Lil are a little bit annoyed that most of the historical figures seem to be male, and the parts that they play don't seem to be significant. I think the episode could have done a slightly better job at showing that actually there are women throughout history who have a really significant role to play. But at the same time, I like the fact that they were still raising awareness for the fact that women are often overlooked in history, and that in itself can only be a good thing if it gets people starting to think about the fact that women in history don't necessarily get the attention they deserve. But nevertheless, I really thoroughly enjoyed that part of the episode. I really also liked Angelica and Chuckie working together, and I thought it was really good fun, and the message there. So I guess this is a spoiler for what Chuckie ultimately decides, and he decides that while he could be cool if he does all of these things that Angelica says, he doesn't want to be. He just wants to be Chuckie. And I think that that's a great message, to be true to yourself. And that's so much more important and so much more enjoyable than being cool and popular. That's a pretty beautiful message, and I think one that's particularly important for the target audience, where popularity does seem to be, well, the most important thing for a lot of people of kind of high school age or middle school age. So I can't complain there. It's a pretty great message. And Chuckie was a really good character for that to work with as well. I think Dill could have been a good subject for that, because Dill is very much a unique individual as well. But Chuckie being closer to Angelica's age and height as well. I noticed they're pretty much the same height in All Grown Up at the moment. I rather enjoyed that part of it. So all things considered, Project Chuckie is a really enjoyable episode. We even got to see some flashbacks to when Chuckie was much younger, which I thought was absolutely adorable. There was one where he was on a seesaw with Angelica, which I thought was very cute. So I enjoyed it. Very well animated, really fun episode, visually really engaging, and with some really good messages in there as well too. Project Chuckie is a pretty decent episode.